In this video, we're going to upgrade our weekly budget tracker to include survival mode. By default with the weekly budget tracker, it's set to pay off bills in full, but that's not always possible. So for example, right here we have a Sapphire card. It's set to pay it off in full with all the transactions that have happened since the last close date. But you can see right here that we're over. Instead, we want to have the option to enter survival mode, where we have the minimum payment for each card instead of having to pay the full amount each time. And this is meant to be temporary as you pay down your credit card. So you can select which card you want to enter survival mode. So now that we're in survival mode, if we were to go back to our weekly budget tracker, now it's showing the minimum balances instead, and we have plenty of money to play around with. So let's say we want to pay off the Sapphire card, we can take it off of survival mode, and now that card will be paid in full next month, and we still have plenty of money left over. If you can't take it fully off for survival mode, and you want to make partial payments, all you have to do is go down to your credit card, and then you can do one of two things. One, you can add the amount that's currently there, so $82.38. Then that will zero it out for you, and then you can subtract however much you want to do. So let's say you want to put 500 towards that card. You'll subtract 500, and now you're paying off 500 towards that card. The other option is to do the math and find the remainder. So that would be minus 417.62. And you have that $500 as well. So that way you can plan to pay off more than just your minimum balance during that week and still make sure you have plenty of money in your runway to make that change. All right, so now for this tutorial. In the amount due next month, you should have a calculation where it says the credit limit minus the remaining balance minus the amount due is what's left that we need to pay off next month. So instead, we're going to add a more complex formula that's able to tell if a checkbox is checked. If it's checked, then we're going to only look up the value that's right here. If it's not checked, then we are going to do that same formula that we have right now. So I'll delete these formulas. I'm going to click on column P and insert one column to the right. And I'll rename column 9 as survival mode. And then all we need to do is click the little caret, go to edit column type, and checkbox. And now we have checkboxes right here. Now, in case you didn't know, this is a visual representation of true or false. So when it's not checked, it's false. And when it is checked, it's true. So we're going to use that in the formula. And just to save time, we're going to use this formula right here. And this is in cell O14. So it will be if, open parentheses, is blank, open parentheses, J14, which is the credit limit, close parentheses, comma, comma. So if J14 is blank, then it will be blank, aka there is no credit limit, so it's going to be blank. Otherwise, if, open parentheses, Q14 equals true, and Q14 is the checkbox, comma, X lookup, I14, which is the credit card name, comma, bills, B2 through B35. So we're looking up all of column B, comma, from the bills tab, C2 through C35. So we're returning the amount due that's correlated with that bill. Now, one thing to note is as you have your minimums update, you do need to update this manually. This is what's going to populate in here. Alternatively, you could have this be a little bit higher, and that will be in your amount due next month. And then once it's confirmed on your credit card statement, you can put that in your amount due this month, since that's what you'll actually be paying this month. All right, we'll put a comma and then close parentheses. So that way it's blank if there is no values. Comma, if, open parentheses, J14 is greater than 0. So if this is greater than 0. Comma, J14 minus K14 minus M14, comma, some ifs, open parentheses. So from the expense tracker tab, we'll select all of column E, comma, and then from the expense tracker tab, we'll select all of column A. Put a comma, then inside quotes, greater than or equals to, in the quote, ampersand, N14. N14 is the current open month, comma, from the expense tracker, all of column A, comma, inside quotes, less than or equal to, in the quote, ampersand P14 minus 1, which is the close date, comma, from the expense tracker, all of column D, and all of column D is the payment type, comma, I14, and that's the name of the card. Close parentheses, plus X lookup, I14, this is the same formula as before, from the bills tab, all of column B, comma, from the bills tab, all of column D, comma, for close parentheses. So what this is saying is if there is no credit limit, then it'll be blank. Otherwise, it's going to look to see if this is true. If this is true, then it's going to look up the value associated with this credit card from the bills tab and return that value. If it's not true, if the credit limit is greater than 0, then we're going to take the credit limit, subtract the remaining balance, and subtract the amount due this month, and then we'll return that value. And then if that's not true, then we're going to sum all the transactions from the expense tracker, where the transaction date was after or equal to the current open date, which is right here, and less than the current close date, and where the bill name is equal to the credit card, and then we're going to add any amount that's associated with that bill from the bills tab as well. And the reason why we have that is because for cards like Amex, there is no credit limit, but we still want to track our expenses to pay them off in full. So this will track any expense that's put on the credit card after January 13th and before February 12th. And then it will add anything that's right here. So since there's something right here, that's 40, and that's why it's showing 40. And that's because there are no expenses that are after that date. If I were to add something, so let's say the 13th, debit, we'll put discretionary, Amex, $100. Now if I go here, it'll show 140 instead. So it's kind of a hybrid approach between the two different kinds. But if I were to select survival mode, it will go back to that $40, which is the amount that is affiliated with the bill name in our bill tab. And that's it. So now you're able to select which ones you want to go on survival mode, which ones you don't. And in your weekly budget tracker right here, you can add additional payments to pay off your credit cards a lot quicker. And I usually recommend having a minimum amount you want in savings and a minimum amount you want left each week, and then putting everything towards that credit card aggressively until it's all paid off. And if for some reason you're seeing this first, I do have a full tutorial on my YouTube channel showing how to build this tracker from scratch. And I also have a pre-built template at sheetsbyellen.com where you can purchase it instead. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment for more.